Hello boys, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. The last episode we left off exploring the Termina field map some bit in search of the way to, of course, destroy the moon, while also unlocking a grind mission. Or at least that's what we attempted to do in the previous episode, but we got one giant, so we're a little bit ways there, but we still have a few more to go, so we'll charge into this all attacks are devastating mission to begin with. Oh boy, that's a fun one to begin with. Not really. Again, these ones aren't terrible. Also, I think I should actually do the change now. Especially since its all attacks are devastating. I'm gonna frickin' put on Hard Worker before I forget. Replace this with Hard Worker as fast as I can. This Hard Worker is a really good skill, despite being only... It's very good for what it's worth. It helps a lot on these missions. Basically, by setting that up, we'll be able to take 3 hits instead of 1 before we lose the A rank. Depending on how much damage we take, we may still lose the A rank. We need to take less than 149 damage, so may still be screwed, but otherwise, it's simple. Depending on who we're facing, I might try the aggressive attack strategy, because there is a faster strategy than just using the bow and arrow. One strategy I found for many people is to often just go up and attack aggressively, though it really depends who you're using. Like, I would have to figure out other stuff with them. That also reminds me, any character that has hasty attacks could also technically do the strat a bit safer. But yeah, more often than not, the weaker enemies are the threat, because, well, they can literally attack whenever they want, and since they attack basically unpredictably, that was close. Moblin almost got me there. Of course, thanks to the new damage setup, you no longer lose the A rank requirement in one hit like you do in the Wii U version. I know for a fact in the Wii U version that you just take so much damage from other stuff that you will always lose the A rank. If you take damage at all in the Wii U version, oh, also I just realized these guys are kind of slow. I initially was worried because they had other problems, but when there's not as many of them around, I think they tend to be one of the slower enemies, so I guess I could attack them. I don't know. I guess I'm so used to characters that attack really fast or have a very fast initial attack. Moblins, the only thing they're really annoying for is throwing the spears. Once you know how to get around that, they're pretty easy. So theoretically, I could have just gone and slapped all the enemies down, and I did do that for some of them. Though I still prefer to use the bow and arrow since you can take multiple of them out, and it's safer to do so. But with the new dash strategy, being able to instant dash by simply holding down the dodge button, which will cause you to immediately sprint, that alone makes these a lot easier. Oh, great. This is one where we don't know where to go. Okay, it says blow up the southernmost bar. Okay, so this is the one we need. Alright. And this KO competition cannot be skipped from the looks of it. Prepare to see a lot of these because for some of the later KO competitions, they really enforce your hand of having to use specific characters or whatever. So in this one, we cannot skip the setup. We will have to use special characters. But we do have some other things that we could use, I guess. We already used these 3, though, so... and actually, no, I'll do XP Accelerator, because, well, to be fair, this is an XP farming mission, and it just makes more sense to do so. But yes, I did go off screen and farm a lot of skills, so a lot of characters now have at least hard power. Here's the one thing I know, though. Zant is a terrible character. I do not want to use them, so since Tingle is the better of the two characters, I will be using him just because he has a really good AoE. That's about it. Beyond that, this is going to be a tight mission probably that might be a bit scarier due to the characters being weak. So we'll do the magic fountain strategy as we usually do on this. Just immediately put up a barrier and go straight into magic, why not? This time around I'll... Why not? They'll take out one of the characters right away. And then go for Minda over here. Oh hell, I got a weak point break on, so I didn't see who over there. Excuse me, I don't actually want, like, I want Minda first. Because she tends to be annoying here to take out. Okay, we got Link down. I mean, Minda down. Main one I wanted. Okay, cool. We got that magic just in time. Not sure if I need to use this as much of him due to him having a massive AoE, but I'll use it for a little bit since it's gonna be a while before the Everchoop spawns, so I figure let's do that while we wait. Alright, I'm gonna run over here and then activate Material Master. Why not? Should have been more careful. Exactly, but you should have been more careful around social character like Tingle. You should know better than to go too close to one of them. Or Tingle, whatever you say. Oh, great. There he goes, running away again. Will you just come over here, Rick Holly and Captain? You're kind of shaming yourself by just constantly running away every single time. If you won't run, then I'll make you get two by just specialing you. How about that? Okay, now you finally died. Thank goodness. Don't have a good setup for these, so I guess we'll just be taking out these bosses normally, but that's fine. I don't think that works out well. I still do not know much on how to take out bosses at Tingle. Hey, at least we took out that one. Of course, with magic it'd be so much easier anyway. Actually, okay, that combo I just did there, that's probably actually how we're supposed to take out the giant bosses. But of course, because Tingle is one of the weaker characters, we could not take it out in one go. Not like I care, because I could take out Minda while I wait for this, and I'll use this, I guess, to make him fall down. Okay, so this combo is really good, and also you can combine it with a secondary attack to just completely trounce them anyway, which is nice, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna use this so I don't have to use magic necessarily right away. But yeah. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, I am not going to be using a jump ball anymore. Who needs that when I could just spam this over and over again instead, and it'll probably be even more effective than doing that. Of course, the problem is I'm not sure how long this magic lasts, so I'm not sure how many times I can do this, but I'll still try to do it as long as I can. You know what, let's try the little combo on him. Just combo 2. This is probably like his goofiest attack, the one where he just goes all crazy. That's also an attack I may have mentioned before, where if you use it just right, you can actually go up certain ledges you're not intended to do that. And yes, I found that out by watching other people. That's how I know. I've never actually gotten it though, because it is very precise, of course. What I do know is it is able to work on both the Wii U and probably 3DS versions too, although I've never really tried it on the 3DS version. I think we have enough stuff to where we can pretty much just use this throughout the rest of it. I do not know where all of the opponents are, so... Zan, you are not in the best position. How about I take you to Central Keep instead? That way all the troops on his side will get lured over there. That's something I always forget to do sometimes in some of these missions. Try to move all the enemies to the middle. I do that so that they can be defeated a bit easier. Alright. What's also kind of interesting is sometimes he'll get, if you rupee, he will throw down rupees instead of his usual bombs that he usually does. Because of his dumb thing that he keeps doing, I have to hate this Hylian Captain more of the slow way. Like, compared to Minda, who's just around there, Minda could at least attack decently fast and recognize, oh, you're right there, I should probably kill you. Whereas, all the Hylian Captain likes to do is just do nothing but run away. Minda's also doing the same thing. Like how I said that, and yet Minda's also running away. Minda, please, come back. I want to take you out at least once. Probably could have used another fairy fountain thing too. I don't know what in the world just happened there, but that kind of freaked me out for a split second. I did not know what happened. I don't know what happened, but Tingle just did something that I usually don't see him doing more often enough. I know there's an attack that causes him to go in the air for a little bit. Alright. Pretty sure I probably could have done him a little bit better too. Not like I care. As long as we finish these first ones, we'll be fine. It's the later ones where we have to focus a bit more and try and actually take out a decent amount of enemies. Yeah. Okay. Well, we finished that. Thank goodness. Yes, I looked at the thing. I did not like the setup of this. Immediately, a KO competition into our all attacks are devastating, which tends to be annoying but quick, into another KO competition. Like, there's KO competitions here. It's absolutely ridiculous to watch. But at least we get a break in defeating the rogue forces, I guess. So I guess that's nice. For once. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing some apothecary mixtures. These are the main ones I'm tracking now. Alright, we did Guard Breaker. We just did SP Replenishing, I think. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. Well, we could do that now. How about that? We did XP Accelerator and the other ones. That's the one I was thinking about. XP Accelerator, Ruby Festival, we already did. That one we did not do, so we'll go ahead and sip that. And then I'll kind of just go on to the next mission after that. Not much else to do, really. Alright. All of these battles with the giants in them, those are also final battles, too, technically, which makes sense. Because it's a big boss battle normally to collect the giants, so I guess that would make sense. Oh. Lots of them tend to appear right next to me, it seems. Okay, that time, that one didn't work. Okay, maybe I should have moved to over here. This position looks better. Let's use it here instead. Take out a couple of captains. Or at least that one, I guess. Whatever. Get some cheat materials while we're here. Oh, there's quite a bit over here. And there we go, we're done. Like there's all these other captains you're supposed to defeat too, but you could just do that and just instantly end the missions. They're not difficult at all. If anything, you could also use them as ways of farming materials too, depending on where it is. Though you would need a later one in order for that to really work out. Of course, I could see that happening, given you can use Magic Fountain Plus and other things to make it easier, and we have another owl statue as well. Oh, that's on the other map. But here's the big one. We have to defeat the Dragon of the Temple, and we cannot use any character other than Wizrow. Not that I care, because guess what? As you can see, there are 2 Skulltulas, so we will have to come back to get Wizrow anyway. So it's actually more beneficial to just not use Wizrow, because then we could get his thing, which is rather his heart container, which is okay in the fairy fountain in this, which also tells me that this is either Hyrule Field or Ganon's Tower, one of the two. Okay, it's Alfia, alright. But anyway, I figure let's just play this mission normally, because it'll be faster to do so. It'll be easier due to having a stronger character, and we could just redo it with Wizrow later, when we have other stuff. But meanwhile, it looks like it's this, defeat the captains, raising the enemy's morale one. Well, since we don't really have much to do in terms of, like, keeps, I'll just kind of take out some random troops in this, but otherwise, kind of just go for all the captains, really. There's not a lot else we have to do. I'll drop magic as we go on. Most of this is just for the KOs, of course. Alright. This one. Save one for up top, and beyond that we'll kind of just go for these guys. Oh, there is a boss key we have to get in Nevada for, but we're right next to it, so yeah, we can kind of just do that right now. Alright. Because there are not much enemies, I'm not sure if I'll be able to even get this down. We'll see. Okay, we got it. Nice. Alright, that takes care of the boss key, and now we just finish off the rest of the mission like normal. Oh, nice. We rescued someone before they fled. Guess that saves a little bit of stress. While we're here, we'll take out the Lyssophos, so they don't immediately flee right off the bat. Everybody else will kind of just leave, because, again, like I've mentioned before, unless you do a very specific setup for some reason, the enemies will pretty much always gain morale at least once. That's just the way that it's set up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to press. I wanted to press pause so I could look at the Skulltula. Southwest corner of the large field north of okay. So this is in the same spot as it was before, because it has been in here before. I remember this being here in other missions. Look at all these written Lyssophos. Let's kill some while we wait for chaos. Big lag freeze as well. Hey, let's kill you. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, that group should at least be saved, so I guess they didn't all die. We saved a couple of captains. Alright, now we wait for the mission to complete itself. Oh my gosh, all these fiends are playing. Good grief. It's taking so long that I could just use this while I wait. And now we go for the boss. Oh, we actually got Rko with that. That's actually kind of surprising. Rko tends to block that more often than not, so you usually have to wait for him to do an attack before you'll be able to do that, and even then it's not. So when you could just naturally combo him to death anyway. But at least that did get us through the second part. We have this rally captain problem thing again, not like I care. Because all I need to do is defeat King Ganon to win, right? If I'm, which I probably am, I'll just use this to knock him down, if he will actually get knocked down. Oh my gosh. Goodness, 3 full attacks before he finally got knocked down. That means, tells me I have to be even closer to him than what I thought initially. Once we get later into the game, we could probably not have to use fairy magic to take them out, but this early on, we definitely want it to speed the fights up, simply so they don't take forever. It is a bit of a time it costs, though, to use that each time, so whatever we could skip, that would help out a lot. We're getting a lot of weapons again. Good grief. We've gotten weapons on multiple missions. But on a different hand, we got our second giant. Now back down here. I know I need more than, like, the usual day quest, so I'll get a couple more while we're here. Oh, this is just defeat all enemies. Okay, this is free. This except we have to use a character that is not necessarily as strong as our other characters. It'll still work out. Alright, let's see here. We used this. We had XP already done. The Festival, Material Master, which basically makes the enemies drop more rare materials, which is nice for farming. And then we have Weak Point Smasher, Weak Point Gouges are reduced faster. I didn't see if we did this yet, but it is probably going to be pretty useful for this mission, so we'll do it now. Why the heck not at this point? Alright. Go back up to the top. It's nice that they actually put a thing there in case you don't know how to go back to the top, so that way you can go. I can go straight back to the top of my page in my guide that I'm using to help 100% the game. I kind of just did another attack instead of using what I wanted to use, which was Magic Fountain. Goodness. Actually, they got destroyed really quickly. I may have not wanted to skip using Magic Fountain simply because, well, if I don't need it, then it would waste time to use it, I guess. Whatever. I could replace it with Material Master later. I just don't want to right now. Material Master, of course, increases material drop rate, which will cause materials to sometimes double drop. Okay, now it's getting interesting. We actually have heroes to take on now. I'll take. That was quick. I will agree with that. Alright. I'll remember this, he says. Oh, they swapped weapons again. So this is not actually the regular versions of Lana and Sia then. These are the Twilight versions of them. Because you first see this on somewhere else. Because Sia is using the book, while Lana is using the freaking staff that Sia normally uses. Of course, now that they're both in the exact same area, Of course, since they're both in the exact same area, you can easily tell now that they swapped weapons. Which actually makes sense if you're on the Twilight Field map, since the Twilight map tends to do weird things anyways, but swapping weapons is kind of unusual. I'm actually kind of worried what will happen if I actually use any Twilight outfits that I found on that map, because will that also cause me to switch weapons? I hope not, because that would be really awkward. Because imagine having that effect also switch you from a level 4+ weapon or whatever to a one weapon. For what I'm guessing, I think that's a hero-only thing now. Not something you would see all the time, but it is definitely annoying to deal with. Alright, what is this? Oh, another easy peasy one. Only problem being we can't use easier characters, not like it matters. Well, this mission will be over rather quickly again. Alright. Alright. Oh, Termina, you're closer. They're gonna Termina's gonna use Magic Fountain first. make this a bit easier. Actually, this one's a bit slower simply because I'm having to run everywhere, but it's about it. It's still gonna be just as fast as the other missions, just a bit tedious having to walk everywhere. Alright. And it's done. See? Look. Not even that bad. Alright. Easy. Oh, easy, man. Not even a challenge. Alright. Get a bit of serious on in there, yes. But not all the way, I guess. Alright. Okay, let's unlock the map using the Deku Axe we just got. By the way, that's a pretty cute animation to look at. Anyway, looks like we might be selling. Yep, we have to use only one character this time. That's fine, assuming this apothecary mixture I'm using is good. Let's see, we had that. We did Weak Point Smasher. Now we have Anti-Boss Formula. I'm gonna do this one instead. And I need to remember that. I want to save Anti-Boss Formula for taking out the giant boss when that comes. Because that'll be really cool. Anti-Boss Formula kind of sounds weak at first, until you find out that there's also lots of missions that have giant bosses. And remember when I said if you don't have a lot of strength, it'll be kind of tough to take them out? Well, with this, it'll make it considerably easier. Okay, all we really need is the Eastkeep Fop, since the My Fairy Fire would just be bad. Of course, if we didn't have our Fire Fairy from before, this is one spot where we could get it. But beyond that, I don't really know. So we're out the Rogue Commander again. Because this is on the annoying map, I'll actually start by taking out the red and forces first. Alright. I'm not too worried though, Ganondorf's a pretty strong character. Let me guess, I'm probably gonna have to go to the top of the map first to get this right in the most efficient way, so I guess I'm going up top first. Because those have like two horses right next to each other, and you also have taking out these red tubes, of course, so they don't destroy us. Taking out these keeps to, of course, stop them from coming there, and of course I went here for the food as well. But now we go out to actually do that. Oh wow, the recruiter's not actually advancing towards the opponent I fought. He's actually going on him first. That's bad because I just said I was going up top. It's a bit annoying. Which means I'll have to be extra quick now to make sure they don't take out the horse before I do. It also means I'll have to use other stuff, but I think I have a bit of time. Oh, it also tells you Recruiter is attacking Big Poe, which tells me that I should get over there as soon as possible. Of course, if we turn and kill the Recruiter, then he won't be able to recruit, so that's probably what we'll do. We'll have to kill this Recruiter guy first. Wherever he is, there he is. They can fiery air floss too, stinker. Come over here. There you go. See, now they can't recruit. Now we could just do the other thing instead. I like how they'll still attack each other normally, but only the recruiters can attack the main enemies. Okay, now we've saved the defense specialist, and now we can go back up top if we want to. Before we leave, though, we want to make sure this Reden Knight is toast before we go anywhere else. So let's go ahead and do that. We will help provide safe transport. Please do. That would be helpful right about now. And then we have one more up here. Alright. We have our 1200 KOs, so we don't need to use magic anymore necessarily, but we'll still use fairy magic to take out some enemies, like these 3 Dead Knight over here, for instance. Back here, Mr. Reded Knight. No reason for you to flee from me. I think he wants to take out somebody else, or was simply going for our commander again. Oh, we have a Volga to take out here in the meanwhile. Okay, we have our item one item we need and our 12 KOs, so we can go for our stuff. If we are actually going for fairies, then Eastbourne Keep would be where we get one, but I could always show that off later because, again, we don't really have any reason to get any extra fairies, so instead I'll actually be going for those fairies a bit later when I am finish certain maps, because each time I finish one map I'll get an extra use of a fairy. Okay, here we go. Looks like Darunia is the leader of these rogue forces, of course, makes sense since we're on Death Mountain and everything. That doesn't mean that Ganondorf just won't take him out like that, which just happened, by the way. Alright. Okay, I think I was correct about using that, because there was no boss in here at all. I might save that for the giant battle next, because it might be a really difficult boss, and I guess that'll make it really good. I forget what exactly anti-boss does. All I know is it supposedly helps you take out giant bosses, which is probably what it does, let's be honest. Okay, this is the one where we actually acquire Deku Mask. Without this, we can't actually go to the giants, so we need to do that at least once. Okay, now we have... gonna do... Oh, we had Boss MP at Zorgoron, I guess. Yeah, I did that, I think. Well, I'm gonna do Food Drop. This is just all food drops, it seems. Or just regular food, I don't know. Oh, team up, defeat the enemy forces, no requirements. Well, that's gonna be, yeah, I guess we'll be using Sheik since she is one of our easier characters to use there. Which is nice. Alright. Alright. Final battle, defeat the Beast of the Swamp is up next. Oh boy, we're gonna have to use Zan on this one. Since it's separate, I need to check who is needed. Well, I don't need Rudel material, as I know I farmed Rudel like 1,500 times up to this point, so I definitely team up with Rudel. I like how they're both here, though. Of the characters I want to set up, since this is Water Temple, it actually makes more sense to team up with Rudel anyways, so... we may as well give Rudel the ability to play in her home field advantage, rather than just taking her out. Alright, let's see who else we face. Fortunately, the last bit is a bit far away from me, so I may have to just do the rest of this normally. Alright. Okay, Rizrel's a decent character I want to take out, because Zelda already has Zelda is going to be farmed later anyways as part of the Termina field grind, so taking out Wizroll here is both faster and also more efficient for me. And while we're here, let's take out this boy as well. Also, I just realized that I should be a material master in this, right? I'm not gonna use it right away, but I'll use it upcoming in a minute. I lost! How could I lose to one as clever as you? Actually, ninjas are more clever than you think. You should have put a little bit more thought into your strategy before just charging into battle against a ninja like C. Oh, hello. We have Dark Rizzo as well. Okay, well, we're gonna take out the Dark Rizzo first so we can get his extra tails, like I mentioned. By the way, I like how in some of these later versions, so this is the one that he actually leaves himself vulnerable, so I'll just wait for that animation to play out. Besides, I can't really skip it anyway. Okay. Okay, good. We defeated him. I think we just heard you say that only a few minutes ago. Oh, Zelda was the other character we teamed up with, which also, I guess, makes sense. So, I guess it's good that we defeated Rizzo there. And it looks like Daruni has pumped himself up to make it a bit more of an interesting battle. Like it matters. Just as I thought, didn't really need to use Magic Fountain Plus. To be fair, this is a yellow mission, which is much easier, and because we're easier shot our character, I just felt like we didn't need Magic Fountain Plus there. So we saved time by not having to use it in all those individual spots. Guess if we wanted to, we could have used it like the middle of the two, so we could have taken out Rizroll twice really quick, but other than that, it wasn't needed. So why not just skip it altogether? Okay, so that should take care of that part. And the owl has been activated, and we have to use the Goron mask to reveal the enemy. This is our spot where you could progress to this, but you get stuck because of the other thing, and now we're using anti-boss formula. Damage against dying bosses is increased. Okay, not surprised. That is what it is. Okay, well, nice. Well, we get to use that, I guess, for a battle, and you won't be able to use full shield because we do need a heart container with Zant, though that'll be pretty easy to get. Just throw him in the battle. It'll be easy. Oh, but the boss key is located pretty far away in one of the corners in the exit square. It depends on where we start, I guess, but we might have to do that a bit later. Unless that's next to, like, something else. I don't need this. We'll skip past it. Oh boy, we have the messengers. You know what? Rather than taking out the keeps right away, I could probably do this a bit easier by just taking out the forces that are going after the messenger altogether. Because if they skip past the frickin' keeps anyways, it won't matter. So I'll just take out Fit and Boga first, why the heck not? Oh great, he has the Dragon Fey. I'm gonna just switch, I don't care. We still have multiple uses with the other characters anyway, so it's not like I'm worried about losing that a bit. We'll just have to use it more like the normal strategies. Oh great, both of my other characters were stuck there. That means that other messenger is getting just a lot quicker than I expected it to. But at least we did take out one of the other opponents. Alright. Right? Just like I thought, more messengers will appear. And then more troops will appear to try and counter them. Oh, we're facing off against Termina, which actually makes sense why these are Gorons now, because before it was like doing other stuff. Also, thanks, Lana, for actually using the book this time. After seeing you use the staff on accident, like, probably hundreds of times. I feel like it's nice for once to actually see her using the weapon she's intended to be using. By the way, we should use this to get some more kills. Just saying. Alright. Okay, I think they should be fine now. Yeah, they are. Okay, let's head back down. Oh, they began and counterattacking them, huh? That's cool. No use. Let's get out of here. Sadly, you should be getting out of here. After how fast I showed you. Right. Let's do that real quick and then head up for the Skulltula. Okay, good. So that takes care of all the messengers now. What is this? Located on the large open wall. OS Square. I will say, I'm glad they tell you locations for all the Skulltulas, because trying to find some of them on your own can get really difficult sometimes, and it's just really annoying to deal with, so of course. Alright, it'd be nice. I'm very tempted to use Zap for a little bit just because he's closer to the base. In fact, I might do that right now, since he also has a magic fountain he can use. So let's do that for a bit. Why not? Give him some fun to have. Because this is the Jorah's Mask map, rather Termina field map, he Termina is wearing the Deku Goron mask. What am I talking about? Trying to say the wrong mask for a second. I know Lana wears the Deku mask on this map. Alright, and then switch to Sia, who's closer to him. Right. Do this while we're using this. Okay, that was quick. I actually kind of like that strategy. Because that has his level 4+ weapon, he was probably going to take out Termina pretty fast anyway, so I used him so he was closer to take that map, since we had free characters. To just save having to walk back all the way from Exit Square to the base, which would have taken forever otherwise. And of course, you would have had to do that in the original game, which immediately saves like a whole minute, because then you can just... yeah, it's fun. I will say, when you have 4+ weapons, the game is definitely a lot more simpler to go through than without. Which is why I got them so early, because now it's going to make these missions easier. Because some of them can be a bit tricky if you don't have the right setup for them, or are too weak, of course. But anyway, got another giant item card. Now we have to unlock access to the next spot. Ooh, we have to search the battlefield for wandering enemies, huh? This is a weird one, kind of just thrown in the middle, though, where it's a forced Link soul, interestingly enough. We did that last time, so Feast Drop is next. If I did not have this badge by then, I'll probably just have to go for all of the individual veins again until I use the right one that I haven't used yet. By the way, I'm not worried at all. I have been Master Sword. I can probably shred this mission in a matter of minutes. The problem really is gonna be actually, per se, getting the gold Skulltula maybe. Oh, I just checked. It's on this map again, and it's also in the exact same area as before, funnily enough. Just kind of interesting. It's in the same spot twice in a row. Interesting. Since we need KOs anyways, let's go for those first. Because I haven't played Link much, it might take a little bit to get used to having to use his Master Sword properly again. Since I'm so used to pretty much using everything else. Speaking of which, I probably could just kill some of these guys right away. So let's try that. If I can avoid their attacks, I could probably take them out early anyway. The problem is, there is a hidden effect that I guess I'll kind of show off a bit. If you take out one of the guys that's going to the base but before a magic stash tooth is defeated, then the other characters get powered up. Wow, it took that one like forever to advance. I'm not sure if I need magic as much on Link, just because he's that powerful, so I'll just kind of do regular strategies. Because again, with 250 Master Sword Link, it'll be very quick. Despite not having it fully charged, not like that matters. And now we can get our gold Skulltula, which I think I remember. Which is over here, so we'll go and get that now. We need some health, so we'll try and put that up so we can have full Master Sword out. Oh, I just realized it didn't actually do the effect, but if you haven't defeated a magic stash tube, but defeat a different enemy that's still powered up, while the other enemies are there, when the magic stash tube leaves the battlefield, it'll actually also add a secondary effect that makes the opponents much stronger. In other words, improves their morale, so that's something you have to deal with. Not like I care, since we can just do this mission pretty easily. I'll just use a quick extreme test on this guy. Funnily enough, these later enemies on the top sometimes take longer than the heroes to defeat, simply because of having to wait to do their thing. But I guess you could just extreme crush them anyway. That matters, really. Alright. Well, that one's done, and that opens up this part of the map. I guess one thing I could have done in the first side, since I have to get, like, since I had to reset the map anyways, I could have just gone right here instead to open up the, get a Skulltula done, so that way when I have to redo it the second time, I could just go straight to something else. But, oh boy, another KO competition, and because we already did the other stuff, we can't skip this, so I guess we're going to, this is going to be our last part of the video now. Fish Drop is next. I've already done Weird Drop and the other one, so I'll go to Plant Drop next. Because I did Weird Drop as part of the grind as well, but I know I haven't done Fish Drop or Plant Drop, at least. Unless I did it on accident and didn't know about it. But we have to use Zelda, and I'm very tempted to use Link with Zelda, but for levels purpose, I'm actually gonna use... How about I use Linkle? We haven't used Linkle much. At least this video. Let's just use Linkle, why the heck not? It'll be fun. Alright. But yeah, not much you can do. The Rko Competition, or Was it just Rko? No, it's Rko Competition. Oh boy, and this one has 3 enemies instead of whatever. I'm gonna send Zelda to the middle, just so that the enemies can be taken out a bit easier. Kind of just take out that captain while I'm here, and then, actually, wait. I'm not gonna use Magic Fountain right away. I want to first take out this Dark G, better known as Dark Ganondorf. Assuming I can actually take him out before Ganondorf does so himself. Activate Material Master. Pop Magic and see if I can't also go ahead and quickly take out Ganondorf while I'm here. And beyond that, I'm just gonna kind of take them all out. Oh, good grief, that is doing tons of damage. Good grief, Zan. He is. It's like 48 damage right off the bat. See, this is what I mean by these levels tend to be really annoying. Of course, that doesn't explain why I shouldn't at least have gotten something useful. Okay, we got rid of the ever dark Ganondorf while we're there at least. Where is it? Let's do this before I go back in. I don't know what happened there, but Zant dealt me a lot of damage, which still tells me I do not have enough defense either in one category, if something else has happened. I know this is the blue zone, but come on, man. I thought this would be more simpler than this. So I'm already losing magic multiple times. How am I gonna get it back this time? Maybe Captain goes, I guess? Dare you attempt to wound the Dian kid? Please, Ganondorf, you've had probably quite a few wounds already, really. I just realized why I'm not doing a lot of damage to them. I forgot to use this, so let's do this now, before I forget. Oh, Ganondorf's back. Ganondorf, whatever his name is back, and Zant is also back. Well, Zant kind of trolled me a little bit last time, so maybe I should wait a bit. Okay, he tried to do the same thing again. Thank goodness I took him out this time before that happened, because my gosh, it would have been so annoying to deal with again. I kind of wanted to go for Ganondorf at the bottom, but since he's not really close and we have a keeper down anyways, I cannot just do it now. Alright, that worked out. Got him pretty quickly. Okay, I guess that was just one multi-hit attack that really destroyed me, but since we're in magic, we have to take out Van Andelen normally. Thankfully, we got his good attack, which makes this a lot easier to do. Right. I guess Linkle's not too bad to pair with the princess too, although Link would have been at least more interesting storyline based. Linkle's still not bad to have with the princess, to be fair. She does try to go to Hyrule Castle at one point, so I guess Linkle's technically doing a favor by helping out the princess with all this madness that's going on. Let's use Material Master before I go to the next guy, just so I can get extra materials from them. Alright. Okay, there's a Kyrian we need to take out too. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, there's also a number of Blissiful's we didn't take out. That's one of his weaker attacks he could have done, by the way. Talking about Zant, of course. Something must be happening that's causing my magic to fall down so easily, because I feel like I should be having it for much longer, and yet it just drops very quickly. We missed him. Okay, now we got him. Alright. Oh, I think we finally found a spot to farm some troops out. So let's let me take out you again. And then kind of just stay here for a bit. I think there's supposed to be more low-level grunts, but they're kind of just all despawned right now. Oh, I love it. There's some more near the middle. I'm gonna go there next. Shit. Good grief, all these big poses, my goodness. Why not? Use this a bit here. Next time, fate will be on my side, according to Ganondorf. Alright. Okay, ever since that one other attack, I haven't been taking as much damage, probably because Zant hasn't been doing as jolly of an attack as he could be doing. I will admit, he does still do a lot of damage. Okay, I'll just run away from that. For that, I'm not letting him hit me that a second time. Just run away and then come back. Oh, hello. He's still doing something. Finally, he died. I don't think I have enough time for this. One more of this. And then we'll only have Material Master left for magic. That would be a good chance to bide her time, exactly. He knows he should mess with Linkle. Linkle has probably destroyed him a few times before. One thing I feel like I need to do more in these missions is actually go around and use giant bombs on everything. I feel like I haven't done that enough. So let's see if I can't do that here a bit more for a bit. Okay, there's actually nothing here. Let's go up top where this guy is. Blissiful's rather. Then we can go around here for a bit. I will say, these missions you have to usually play a little bit more than the Rko Competition ones, where you can sometimes sit out if you have a lot of server stuff. This one you have to be almost constantly active. And besides, we need experience anyway, so the more we get, the better. Yeah, we're kind of just playing as Linkle, completely destroying the Ganondorf, Zant and Iriam and all this nonsense. Okay, this time I actually interrupted him, Okay. He's certainly not doing as much damage as he was before. Oop. Okay, we should get on with this. Where's magic? I need to find that before anything else happens. Not here, apparently. Oh, okay, we got it now. It took a while. Oh, jeez, pick up the thing already. Oh, Winkle. Zella's in trouble. Well, if she's getting attacked by Elizabeth, that makes sense. Attacked by anything else, I am honestly kind of surprised. She's battling this edge. Actually, both a big pull and Elizabeth. Okay. Well, he tried to save her a bit, but that's fine. She didn't really need it. That was actually a good score for this one, considering how hard it is to group up troops in this. 5k, I think we got. That's kind of average for this one. You can get 6k in the next mission pretty easily if you do other stuff. That's the one we're actually gonna do a lot. This was also a 10-minute one, and because of also all the lag, it actually took longer than 10 minutes to do. But thankfully we didn't take too much damage, so we made it through just fine. Actually, probably should have teched more if I was taking damage or not, especially after what Zant did to me. But for now, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys later, and until then, like you guys enjoy, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.